Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Kaepernick. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Kaepernick. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now Kaepernick. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard. but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Chubb running right. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jordan Brooks drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on 1st down. Now Kaepernick. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Second and 3. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And this is Ertz with it, right side. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Kaepernick. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. To throw, Kaepernick. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Cardinals. Devin Singletary as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where you see the final score there. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. Good move at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit the receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 6 there on first. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. To throw, Kaepernick. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Kaepernick to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Fighting through. And that is Allen. Still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Working with a 2nd and 4. Kaepernick going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This one complete to Jerry Judy.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. Oh, Watt shaken up. J.J. still down here following that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll look to throw again. Completes it to Aguilar. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And incomplete on the deep ball. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And Diggs has it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll set up to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. 3 yards the game. Touchdown, Vikings!
Let's go! Jerry Judy
From 4 yards out.
And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 10, a little over 30 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Cardinals, it's a win here in their home opener. They move to 2-0.